Hi, loves. I am so sorry. It's been months since I've last updated anything, so I am so sorry. Life has been a thing, work has been a thing, man has work been a thing, but we're not here for that. We are here for me to react to Caddicarus, Caddy, just Caddy. I still can't say his name right. One day. Today is not that day. But the ugly world of PS2 EyeToy. Apparently, this came out 2 weeks ago. Shame on me. I know. I'm so overdue. I'm sorry. Forgive me. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this and ignore the fact that I forgot to put any background music on. Sorry.
It's a new year. For many, a new start.
That's
A
pretty.
time to reflect. A time for growth. A time of acceptance. And yet, for a select few people, some things never change.
All right then.
Oh, sorry. Are you the man from the skip? What are you doing? Oh, I see. Are you not going to jump out and break everything? You don't want to upset the neighbours? Okay, I'm going, I'm sorry. PlayStation 2, the best-selling suitcase of all time. It's hard to
Yes.
understate just how important this thing was when it came out, and even today, it deserves nothing but the highest dignity
I
and
miss my
respect for what
PS2.
It's
Excuse
hard
you?
to understate just how important this thing was when it came out, and even today, it deserves... It's hard to understate just how important this thing... And
Hi.
even today, it... And even... It... Oh god, he got out. It's time. The house has been compromised. Arm the nukes. Thanks, mummy. And even today, it deserves nothing but the highest dignity and respect. And millions of people still remember and cherish it fondly.
Yes, I'm one of those millions.
But... do they?
I do.
Because despite selling over 155 million units, and most humans I've interacted with owning or at least playing a PlayStation 2 at some point in their lives, there's one element, one snippet of the PS2 history that often raises an eyebrow whenever I bring it up. The smaller PS2. The EyeToy was released in 2003 and is a camera accessory for the PS2 which projects your own self into the TV and finally allows you to stroke Sonic. And letting you touch animals with your dad in the background sitting in a chair wasn't the only thing the EyeToy could do. It was also made for you to play a handful of exclusive games all based around motion detection, color detection, and even sound detection. Wait, EyeToy? But I already have one of them! Even though Sega had technically come up with this idea 3 years prior with the Dreamcast Dream Eye, that idea went just about as far as the colon, meaning that EyeToy was the first commercial version of camera-based gesture controls in console video games, which would then get furthered along with the PlayStation 3's PlayStation Eye, which would eventually pave the way for touch-based game control with the PlayStation Finger. This camera was way before Kinect and a good few years before motion control fever hit the mainstream on Nintendo Wii, so why does EyeToy feel so forgotten? I don't know. This is the same camera that I've had since I was 9 years old when it first came out, and I absolutely loved it back then. In fact, while I was filming my Kinect video a few years ago, in many places I was convinced in my memory that the EyeToy actually worked better and more consistently than Kinect. But the problem there is, would you trust the memory of a person that whenever they hiccup, there's a 50% chance that they'll do a big shit? And that's why I wanted to revisit the EyeToy today, to see if it held up. And I figured the only fair way to do that was by buying the entire collection of every single EyeToy game that was ever released in every region.
Dedication. I love it.
Can't get much more conclusive than that.
No.
And, in fact, I've gone so deep down the rabbit hole of trying to find every EyeToy exclusive game that I've even proven Wikipedia wrong, a website that has never been wrong a single time. It's not 25, it's actually 28. And no, I'm not going to update the page myself because I'm better than that, so you stick it in your bits, Wikipedia file. Is the EyeToy as good as I remember? Did it run so that the Kinect could just walk? Will it stop looking at me with its eye?
Oh, wait, that was creepy. Stop.
Well, let's find out with the PlayStation 2 EyeToy. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to
Flat
my
screens.
Yeah, of course it wasn't going to be that easy. This is 2003, remember? When everyone had a TV they could share a meal on. You can't just stick this on top of modern TVs, not even the silver revised model that lost weight. So before I could even start using this beast, I had to trade in my dignity and buy myself this bloody thing. Possessors teach, screen top shelf. Mount Lun seconds without any tools. It's a shelf for the top of your flat screen TV. Did you know this was a thing?
No.
I didn't, but luckily I managed to get the suspension type. Put your router on top of it, put your remote on top of it, put your flash drive on top of it with glasses, put your flash drive on top of it without glasses. Freely adjusted full desktop. Maximum carry, rack only takes 2 seconds. Easy to install. No. This is proof that God has left us. Hang on, wait, we're missing something. Give me a sec. Yep, that's it. It's complete. I'm ready to go online and say some slurs now. Let's kick things off with the first game ever made for the camera, EyeToy Play. Since this was indeed the first game released to demonstrate this revolutionary tech, it naturally opens up with an instructional video on how to set it up.
The only other things you'll need are a console, a TV,
Oops. I don't have! Once you get your TV and PS2 hooked up to watch the video you were already watching with your TV and PS2 hooked up, the next thing you need to do is grab your nan's body from under the floorboards and then puppeteer her around the house to smash it all up so you can blame it on her. Then when the room is clear, make sure you're 1.5 to 2 meters away from the TV, in the center of the frame, and not too bright or too dark.
place the camera in the middle of your TV, either below.
Wow, what a great idea. Hello, young lady. After this is my favorite part, though. To control whatever game you're playing, you don't use the controller. These are controller-free games. So instead, you pretend the camera is from NBC after Chris Hansen catches you. By the way, you know how the Kinect screams and shats at you when it can't see you? You're too close and you're invading my personal space.
You're too far, I've lost my glasses.
Yeah, well, have you seen how alpha the EyeToy is?
You can, of course, cheat by moving your whole body close to the camera.
Yeah, not only does it still work, but it works so well that all of the games consider it cheating if you do it. And it doesn't cry at you either. Like a scab. I call children scabs. And here we are. Why is the default French? So this is it. This is the EyeToy. And what I'm doing right now? No, I'm not the queen. This is how you navigate 99% of the EyeToy library. Waving over buttons. When they said you aren't using a controller at all, they really committed to it. What's video messaging? Record message for who? Who's gonna see this? So it's the idea that, like, I can record a message and then people will... Like, I can save it to the memory card, and then whoever I sell this memory card to at, like, a flea market will then find it and see what I've had to say to them.
That'd be
from
nice.
Beyond the grave in 100 years.
Oh?
Greetings, Earthling. I'm Jim. This is a house. I don't know if you still live in a house, but if you still live in a house, this is what they used to look like.
Aww.
And if you do still live in a house, that's lucky, because I know your address. And I have a gun. Honey, what have you got to say? And yes, I know, this camera image is Vaseline. It's ugly. Like egg-fried man. But, I mean, yeah, it is. What a good critic you are. Give yourself a pat. You should work for Caddicarus. Of course it's ugly. It's just under 240p and being blown up on a TV literally 9 times the pixels it can output. What do you expect from a camera with less megapixels than Ray Charles? Don't worry, though. That messaging system is not all this game is. There are some things that we can play, too. Ooh, who should I be? QT? You can't say that. She's probably a minor. I'm sorry, that's the guy from the Gorillas. That's straight up the guy from the Gorillas. I'm sorry. Vernon Bok.
I like him.
Or there's Q. Minigame 1, Beat Freak, and I've got some people to beat for the high score. Dex and meh. I like banging. I'm gonna do banging. I'm gonna have a bang on my EyeToy. It's a rhythm game. Imagine you're playing the drums on Guitar Hero World Tour, but the drums are missing and you've let all the flies get in. It's standard stuff, but honestly, I'm more taken aback by how well it's registering my hands hitting the beats. I wish I had more to say about it, aside from it reminding me how unfit I am.
Okay.
Next up is Kung Fu.
That actually looked like a lot of fun.
Spelled like poo. The year is 2000 BC, and the sleeping village has been invaded by a giant Englishman. Your task? To clear out the whole of China from your living room. Not much to say here either. You wave your hands and smack tiny little men around. It's not the most stimulating thing in the world, aside from when you hit enough people and go into wobbly motion, but more importantly, well, my live reactions sum it up better than my script cam. How is this working so well? Connect was not this responsive or accurate. Bonus round, break the board. Oh, so you have to hit in the middle, because if you hit the edges... This is so cool. It's actually like...
Dude.
It actually knows that I'm hitting this... I'm super impressed. So there you go. Not bad, Kung Foot. Also, you remember how the guy said earlier that moving your whole body close to the camera was cheating? Well, I'm not doing that now. I'm just waving more per second than average. But is this considered cheating? Where does the line get drawn between cheating and I can't help it, I'm recovering from a car crash? Next game, wishy-washy. You wash windows. You wash windows. You wash windows. Can you imagine if I was cleaning windows and then, like, this was your view? I keep the window dirty. What's that do? I got 250 numbers. If anything, I just wish I could play more of the game audio so you could share the joy of listening to George Formby's When I'm Cleaning Windows in the background of the game. But copyright doesn't want me playing a song about a perv watching women get undressed through their bedroom windows in a kid's game, so you'll have to go without. I've often seen what goes inside. The most surprising thing, though, is how much you actually have to bend over in this window washing game. And now my spine's broken. Whatever will I do?
Oh, nice spine.
Wow, I am a new man. Next game, keep-ups.
Come on, let's have it. How many keep-ups can you do?
I don't know, Gavin. It's fish and chip bloody arse in it.
Now, the game wants you to position the camera high enough where you can use your head to bounce the ball up, but let's be real, you are not gonna bother tilting the camera up and risk all the motion on screen quitting the game before it even starts and then just having to readjust it all after you're done. So essentially, you have no choice but to squat down and spring load yourself upwards to play it properly. Don't worry though, because as I came to discover, you don't need to use your head. Just use any part of your body, and then whenever the screen goes dark, look at your reflection and wonder to yourself why you can't just find a real ball and go outside. Next game, boxing dump. Hold your arms towards your body in a guarding motion to avoid attacks from the opponent robot, and then hold your arms outwards away from your body.
I'm gonna say, I love how there's an actual audience watching you box a purple thing. Yes, I don't know what that creature was, but I love that. I love this so far. Never knew about it when I was a kid. Wish I did know about it. Probably would have had it, but you know, tomato, things happen. No? Maybe? Yes, please.
In a punching motion to create an attack for the opponent robot. I'm not gonna lie, for as accurate as everything has been so far on this camera, this is not perfect, but it's still functional, and honestly, more reliable and better than anything on the HD 2010 Kinect, even though I look like an apron stain. What are you so sad about?
A bit more practice and you'll be there.
I'm so sorry, I've got to go divorce me wife. Next game, UFO Juggler.
Look me square in the eyes and tell me you love me.
You wave over the UFOs to keep them from falling, but don't wave on them too much or else they'll get overexcited and die. At least this one requires a bit of thought, multitasking, and restraint. If you just stand in front of the camera and move your whole body to cheat, it won't work in this game. So make sure you play it properly and get 0 points. But you know what? It's not important if you're flying a plane, land it upside down, and kill everyone on board. What really matters is, did you get 4,000 skill points? Next game, Slapstream.
Are you ready to play with us?
What was that sensual?
Madam, I'm a 7-year-old boy. What is a slap stream, you may ask? Well, let me show you. Next game, Plate Spinner. You spin plates. You know what? I love these game names. Everything today is so complicated. Don't you all yearn for the days of bowling, golf, skiing, eat, sit, chew.
Okay, so he said welcome. What's he going to say now? Thank you. Thank you for paw shaming me.
In conclusion, Plate Spinner is the scariest horror game of all time.
This is a trick.
Next game, Boogie Downwards. It's a Simon Says game. You look at the pole-legged woman for a bit and then copy her while making sure in between to lurk right behind her in her hair. Whenever you're next on a subway and want to start a Simon Says dance-off with a woman, just do this. It'll go really well. Next game, Ghost Catcher.
Okay.
Something strange in your neighborhood. Who are you gonna call? The molester.
This game is like Kung Fu, except you're waving at slow-moving targets instead of smacking quick ones. It's making me very sleepy. I'm going to go.
Seeing things. Hiding in your bed. Who are you gonna call? The smell pusher away.
Then when you finally had enough, the game tells you got rid of 30,200 ghosts, so well done, pat yourself on the back. And then do it again because your lunch got stuck. Next game, Mirror Tim 3. My personal favourite in the Mirror Tim series.
Hey, you're looking good. But
You're looking like you have one boob.
Now this is a head scratcher. What if I told you you had to wave in the corners of the screen, but then I cut you in half and flipped you around? I'm confident in saying this is a puzzle game. It actually gave me a headache trying to work it out as quickly as it wants you to. So I stopped working it out and instead tried to make myself throw up. Final game, Rocket Rumble. Look, the chest shelf came back and boy is she having a mare because she bought a load of fireworks that don't explode unless a big hairy man matches them by colour and then hits a spade. A common problem for a person born with one. You have to be very specific with your hand movements here, just like with hitting the center of the boards in Kung Fu, but it's just a little bit slower and I'm going.
So that was EyeToy Play, and I've got to say, for being the first game ever made for brand new camera motion-based tech, it's surprisingly competent. It's not complicated, kind of asinine, but for a 20-year-old tech demo, it's alright. And
No, that's super cool though.
Speaking of tech demos, EyeToy Play also took the chance to give you experimental things next to the minigames as a hint of what was possible and what could be done with the camera tech. You can see yourself underwater.
Hey everyone, I'm Caddicarus. I'm drowning for fun. I'm a whale.
You can see yourself as Bubbles.
You can't win the game. I'm everywhere, all at once, all the time, forever, and you never are able to get rid of me, which is a sad lesson of life that all of you need to know with me being on YouTube.
You can see yourself with balloons.
Yay! So if you ever wanted a real birthday and you aren't allowed one at home, you can now do it on PlayStation 2.
You can see yourself in ice.
Has anybody ever wanted to be stuck in a cube of ice?
Yes, me.
You can see yourself materializing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This is really cool.
That's really
I
cool.
dig this. EyeToy's my new favorite thing. So if I like duck down really quickly, it actually looks like I disappeared.
You can see yourself with sand in different colors.
Okay. Oh, sorry everyone, I dribbled. Oh, I'm still dribbling. Sorry everybody. Life hasn't been the same since Chernobyl.
You can see yourself with spiders.
So these spiders are all in the housing market, and you've got to just try and gather them all up and move them into shared accommodation over by the VW camper over there.
You can see yourself being copied by your own TV.
Oh, so it's delayed. Well,
Interesting.
This is cool. Well, how about I go over there? No, it's not cool. It's really boring, actually.
You can see yourself with bees.
This is making me nervous. So what do we do?
Don't.
Oh,
I like bees. I do like bees.
And that's the game. Bye.
You can see yourself spewing rainbows.
Hello, Doctor. I'm Crayola Man. I must warn you about the year 3017 when we lose crayon and we can't draw on paper.
And you can even see yourself with leaves.
Wow. Mum, I've always wanted to play with leaves for fun. Can you get me the leaf playing video game? You know when people say touch grass? Say go outside and touch leaves. What are we doing?
My ultimate favourite one, though, is that you can see yourself having a fit without the mess.
Wait, what?
EyeToy.
Fitting without the mess.
Does.
Hey everybody. This is my impression of someone that has it completely together. I'm alright. No, doctor. I don't need that pill. I'm fine. Like, I'll see you same time next week. Bye. Don't forget about me. See you soon.
Actually, I changed my mind. This is my new favorite one.
No effect.
Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts.
Well, they didn't lie about that.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Aw.
I was just busy listening to Jamiroquai Toy Groove. Yeah, I mean, why the hell not? You've got some new motion camera tech for a game console. Of course a dance party was around the corner. And here it is. EyeToy Grboobsva, the first game for the PS2 that allows you to control it with your ass. Get on up to get on down. What? Kick-In playlist featuring Madonna, Village People, Fatboy Slim, Last Ketchup. Hey everyone, do you know who I think of immediately after listening to Elvis? The best part of the bag for me, though, is that the first bonus feature listed is a calorie counter. Hi, customer. Thanks for buying our game, and as a special bonus, we'll tell you how fat you are. Right, here we go. EyeToy Groove. It's the Freaky Beats game from EyeToy Play, but like My Little Pony on DeviantArt, expanded. There's plenty of licensed songs to dance to, and the game recognizes everything you do to a T. I'm actually kind of stunned, to be honest. This dinky little thing has no right to work this well.
Young man, there's no need to feel young, I said, old man. You have got a bad back and you'll stay there when you fall on the floor and you can't get up. You're 30. It's fun to stay on the floor.
I mean, what else is there to say? It's a rhythm game and it works. But now you're in it and flapping around like a duck who couldn't escape the hand. This is basically as simple to get into yet difficult to master as DDR, but with your hands. I like this game. Go and get it and then invite your friends over to play it as long as they can fit.
Long Dennis Spin. Which one is my song?
Not one goodness.
This one. Yes. Work. Go. This is long discrimination. We are family, and all of my sisters are long. I'm going deeper underground. I'm digging. Oh, I found my ancestor. Didn't know. Oh. Where did my little eye go? Unfair!
Next up is a game. This is... I'm gonna look it up. Kaiketsu Zorori Misase Itazura King. This is one out of 3 Japanese exclusive EyeToy games, and I have absolutely no idea what this is, but I think I might enjoy it. It's got a coconut pig and a seaman cat and a blurry Japanese boy and someone about to tell me how wrong I am. Well, actually... Now, in any other circumstance, I would usually go into immense depth and detail about the history of this game and then critique it through the lens of its mechanics and then impact on the video game industry as a whole. But this one time I'm not going to do that because this game opens up with you sucking farts out of a pig.
What the
It doesn't feel right watching this.
Now, that should be where we stop.
But I want to see how this story mode unfolds. However, if there is a story mode within this game and there is a story happening, there's only so much the Duolingo bird can help me, and that's going to make things difficult. But actually, does that matter when the first thing the story asks of you is to suck big ones out of a pig's hole to power a smelly cannon? No, it doesn't. So the next thing you have to do is mess up a bedroom and get tissues everywhere for the splat that's sure to follow. And then follow that up with a game where you draw out Japanese letters on a light board that doesn't know if you're drawing them out accurately or powering an eco-friendly power station, so honestly, who cares?
Do I have to have this sound that is just constantly reminding of you pinching under a skirt? I don't need that. I don't get why he's got cauliflower fingers. I don't get. why these guys won't stop tooting their toots. I don't get why there's a golden bulldog judging me. Oh no, red word. Great.
Hey boys and girls, have you ever wanted to conduct an orchestra by drawing squares, drawing squares, drawing squares,
Oh, no.
drawing squares, and drawing a triangle?
Oh, changing
and then
it
another
up.
square?
No.
Oh, watch out, everybody. The nerd has loaded.
After that, you get a game where you have to try and tickle your dad. And then you get to play a game when you're getting rid of all the pigs snotting all over you by clapping the bubbles. And yes, EyeToy does recognize when you clap, because I tried to just wave them away and it didn't work. So fair play to you, Senator Bag Cheeks. You may be a disgusting game, but you do know how to program a mechanic where you can only clap on the cat's spit. Then you have a quick game of stealing everyone else's food while slapping them away if they dare come near you.
Man,
Starve
sounds
you,
like my kind of
dog.
game.
And then this happens.
What have we got here? Are we a fridge? Or a mirror?
There's feet.
Wait. Are these changing rooms? Do you want to play a peeping Tom simulator? Look! Well, tough shit for them, I guess. Soap fell on them.
Now, that should be where we stop.
What?
But I wanted to give the game one last shot at
man.
making some kind of sense. Surely the pajama cat will start doing something regular. And then this happened.
Here comes the policeman.
The policeman! Okay, so we're... No! Are we... Wait. Are we taking the farts to the policeman? Is that what we're doing right now?
No, Caddy.
That's me in the corner!
You know, when you're playing games for a living, you have to reach some limit. There has to be a line that has to be drawn, and I think that line is drawn on a children's game about a hairy pig farting in a policeman's face. That's when you stop.
By the way, how is it that I'm not doing well at this at all, yet the blurry child on the back of the box has no issues at all? Maybe he has a hint. What's he saying? Yawo, easygoing, Bring on the bread.
But I suppose if nothing else can be said for this game, at the very least, I know that I am wider than the average Japanese child.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, I'm Spot!
Spons? You didn't tell me that you were a robot.
This video has been sponsored by Grey Shadow Legend and Fresh VPN.
I should have known. This is what happens when I don't have a sponsorship. He doesn't know what to do with him. Oh, he's not a robot. He's flesh and bone. He's dead. But without spons, I can't sell anything. Let alone my own high-quality merchandise from my high-quality merchandise site that is high quality. No, I'm gonna need to keep using him.
Caddicarus has some new merchandise available for you right now at pixelempire.com/caddy. There are now 4 new items to eat, including a sticker of this confident little goblin, a new poster of this brave idiot that comes with a free sticker of this scared idiot, and 2 new t-shirts. When you can't afford high-end headphones, pick up the new Breets by Dr. Cad. And when you need to buy something naughty but don't have your ID, make sure you prove your age by showing the cashier that you are rated P for policeman. And not only are these new designs up for grabs on their own, but they're also part of a competition, aren't they, Spons? Yes, you're right. The first 200 customers who buy 3 or more items from my store will automatically enter themselves in for a chance to win one of my 10 remaining limited edition Blu-ray sets with a signed thank you card inside and a 15-minute Zoom call with me. Yes, not you. Me. And of course, there are the other t-shirts and Crash Bandicoot Platinum Relic tracker poster based on the London Underground. They're all still there, and there's nothing stopping you from buying all of it. It's what Spons would have wanted. Buy it all for him. If he looks this good in all of it and he's dead, imagine how your alive flesh will look. Deck yourself out today at pixelempire.com/caddy
Don't
so you
tempt
can be
me,
cooler
man.
than everyone else around you. Don't be square, be kite. Oh, wait, hang on. He's not gone yet. I think he might have a final thing to say.
Manscaped!
Right, we're only 3 games in, and the 4th game is sports. Sorry. So here we have a quaint little game called Ooh Move, which is what old ladies say to me when I sit next to them on the bus. And you can tell from the box that we're in for a rip-roaring good time because the lady in the TV is out of focus. First off, we have the art studio for all the miscellaneous trash that doesn't fit the theme of sports. We have blurred slow motion.
Welcome to my stand-up. I have a joke for you. Get ready. Sew your pants, because they'll leak. What happened to me when this morning I missed the bus?
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I missed the...
We have Defrosty.
Oh no, nobody can see me. What am I gonna do? Oh, I know. Make it see me. And lag.
We have Sand.
So apparently this is what we're calling sand. Sand is more or less exactly like, I'm going to
Pixelated.
distort my voice and talk to you about my horrible traumatic experience dealing with a former children's TV presenter. At this point, I could like roll my sleeve up. Okay, you want to see some sand? All right.
We have Party Time.
Oh.
Are you okay? You are not okay. When was the last time anyone went to a party like this? Stop looking at me. I don't know what you think I can do for you, but I can't do that. This is borderline analog horror. I feel as though something's gonna come from the dark behind me. Stop it! What? Do I dance?
Oh.
Oh, you do!
We have Kaleidoscope.
And here we see the plumage of the blossoming Jimus cadus. That part is where the seeds are sown. Oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
We have Lawnmower.
Oh, shall I mow the whole lawn and see what happens?
Okay, that's actually really
I'm gonna see what
interesting.
happens if I mow
That's
the
really
whole
interesting.
lawn.
Very original. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
I'm not mowing the lawn anymore.
And we even have this.
Bouncing baby. I've always wanted to bounce one of them. False advertising. I wanted to smack a baby.
But we don't care about any of that. We want to move. Okay, well, I don't want to move, but we want sports. Well, no, I don't want sports either. No, I don't want any of this.
First off, we have Perfect Goalie. Only one problem, though. Just like William Shakespeare, it doesn't work. I don't know, maybe we finally reached the point where it's nothing to do with how good the camera itself is, but how the devs are able to make it work. I should have been able to save at least half of these goals, but it just didn't work properly. How can you go from accurate angle wood chopping and spit bubble clapping to your entire body not being able to block a ball? I know, maybe it's because the game is too quick, so how about we slow it down with ball-tossing aliens?
Oh. Huh.
Why won't you return my calls?
Up next is Yellow Card.
Watch out for those yellow cards. Wave your hands over the referee's hands to persuade him not to penalise you. You know how in real football that the referee gets somebody's card out and then they just give him a little tickle and then the card goes away?
You'd think this would be more engaging than just wave over one person at a time and wait until you're able to wave at somebody else, but nope, that's honestly all that you do. It's mind-numbing, but you gotta keep going. Could you live with yourself if your high score was lower than fudge?
Honest to God, what is going on with your head? I swear someone dropped this on London during the Blitz.
Space Breakout. You're bouncing a football and playing Breakout. What more does a growing boy need? Not really much to say here. It's fine. So we'll move on to the next game, which is called Dribbling. Yes! It's another slug game where you move a ball left and right between cones very slowly. You know, for a game that's telling me you move, it sure is spending a lot of its time telling me you stand still. Look at me. Look at me. This is the face of someone alert and ready for another EyeToy football game. Except he isn't, because I'm gonna skip the rest of them and see what else there is to do.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No,
I'm
you're not.
sorry about that. What you'll find with a lot of the EyeToy library is that they're just minigame compilations that are all variations of the exact same idea.
I'm not doing the same thing over and over again. I'd rather play Batting Frenzy. Or Rugby Clash that tells you to run, block, and throw but doesn't work properly. Or Horse Racing that's spelled wrong because maybe the name of the horse is Horsey and lets you ride the back of a horse while spanking it and looking at the cured prosciutto ham coming out of its mouth. Or Hole in One that isn't golf at all and is just pushing everything away from a ball that's been hit by someone else with a snowman on his head, and that ends with a high score photo being taken of you while you weren't expecting it. Happy birthday. By the way, I am aware that we have just started this marathon, but to be honest, I am already getting very tired of all of the waving you've got to do on everything, especially in the games when you don't even need to be standing there or waving at anything, but because it's on EyeToy and you're on camera and you've got to use your arms and motion control and everything, you just got to stand there and wave at everything all the time. Even if you don't need to do any standing up or waving or moving around, you could use a controller, but it's an EyeToy game, so you've got to just stand there and wave at everything. It's just non-stop, all the time. This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face, and now I've lost my face. Here is an EyeToy exclusive Ape Escape spin-off. Very cool. Monkey Mania. Whoa! Is that an open mouth, or does he just have really big lips? I don't know what to expect here, but this kid doesn't look like he's having a good time. He looks very concerned. And this girl came dressed up in a BMX helmet.
Oh, come on! Why does that keep happening?
Be careful not to run into objects or people.
Gee, I forgot. Thanks, Monkey Mania.
Now, I love me some Ape Escape, and I know about stuff like Ape Academy and Ape Quest, but somehow I didn't even know this was a thing until just now. So to commemorate this, my name is Beef. I also need an accessory, so I went with an exploding head. And as far as my profile picture... perfect. The game has just started, and I have been provided an opponent worthy to rival the gusto of the mighty Beef. Saruman from Lord of the Rings. I wasn't sure what I was expecting here exactly, but it turns out Monkey Mania is a Mario Party clone.
Oh.
Vomit. So if you've played Mario Party before, you'll know what you'll be getting into. Roll a number, land on a space, deal with whatever the space says, collect items to win, and occasionally compete in minigames to win or lose more items. But now you're doing it all in a urinal. It's just Mario Party, but standing up. Not much more to say here.
He is done with his shit.
Actually, no, there is more. It's Mario Party, but with mini-games that take over a minute to finish instead of seconds, items you can buy as many times as you want in one go, but then also can't use them at the same time as moving along the board. The way you win the game is by having enough monkeys to reach the top, and yet when you reach the space to win the game, it still asks you if you want to go to the winning space to immediately win the game, meaning that you can choose not to win the game. And to top it all off with a bright red infected cherry, the scoring system gives you effort points that don't mean anything. But in fairness, if I was going to the butcher's to buy a slab of beef for 1p, I would put 5 effort in as well.
Oh, Nessa people.
Even worse, I played a round of this for 23 minutes, and in all of that time, I played 5 mini-games. The rest of the time was exactly what you're looking at right now, for minutes and minutes at a time. It's so boring. Ape Escape and boring go together like unleaded petrol and your liver. I don't even know why this warranted use of the EyeToy, because not only do barely any mini-games happen that you actually get mileage out of the camera, but also because 70% of the time you're just sat down watching your computer player doing more than you. And every so often a tentacle appears that isn't mine, I promise. Wow, really? I can finally play the Crash and Cone minigame whenever I want, where I drive a badly cut out JPEG that doesn't steer properly? Be still, my beating heart. Please. It's too exciting. My heart's racing. It hurt. My chest hurts. Stop. I'm losing breath. Stop exciting me. Don't talk to me. I'm going to die. Here we have SpongeBob SquarePants Move In with Friends. Well, if you do that, make sure you all take turns cleaning the dishes and that you all pay your fair share of the bills.
Yes.
I hate myself. Rotate the manual focus ring until the image is sharp. Oh yeah. Sharp as a wooden spoon. For this adventure, I am Moltingy, and unlike every real-life human baby, you get to pick your color.
Orange splatter, iron cyan, chocolate, delta blues, mellow yellow, red alert, in the pink.
Oh dear.
One in the pink, one in the stink.
I knew he was
I
going to
said
say
it was
it.
an adventure, but no, it isn't. It's more mini-games back-to-back from various Nickelodeon shows. But that's not an issue. I'm privy to the occasional Nickload on me. So let's kick it off with SpongeBob games, starting with bowling. which feels completely impossible to get a strike on, and I don't appreciate Patrick's trapdoor mouth or SpongeBob looking at me like he wants to take me backwards. After that, you get a matching game, which is honestly impossible, because how are you supposed to pick one ingredient at a time and then move to another ingredient without the rest of your body activating another ingredient? I don't know, and I would ask SpongeBob, but he's a bit too busy reliving his time in the IRA. But then there's this driving game, and this is good shit. You hit the left and right side of the car to change lanes, collect bubbles, and avoid drain covers. It's like playing Subway Surfers or Temple Run on your phone, but much more fun. And all it takes is a PS2 console, SpongeBob on PS2, an EyeToy camera, decent lighting, and a 50-kilo box. I even got a high score in this one, and I will cherish that memory forever. We've also got another good one next with jellyfishing. Even though all you have to do is hit jellyfish and try to stop hitting Squidward because you don't need to go through the effort. He'll end himself with a shotgun in a few years. It's a really fun time, but when I say it's quick, I do mean it. You've only got 61.9 seconds to do it. But that is enough of Patrick and Sponge Robert. What about his friends he's moving with? Well, they don't get anywhere near as much of the same attention as he does, both for the amount of mini-games and for what they even are. It's just picture panel swapping, extended arm flying through rings, Jimmy Neutron massive head juggling, hockey puck goalkeeping while giving up on life and realizing what an embarrassment you are, waving on cracks in a fish tank, this absolute dog shit submarine game that's supposed to let you control the depth but just doesn't work, and a game of Snake but with magnets on the edge of the arena pulling Daniel Fant towards the pickups. The only thing worth mentioning that stands out is this Billy Hatcher Katamari-esque Fairly Odd Parents arcade game that's really fast-paced and controls really well, and this Danny Phantom ghost-busting game where you have to time left and right long-range blast to hit the ghosts, almost like Hungry Hungry Hippos, but people jumped into the enclosure, and at that point you might as well say goodbye to little Billy because his head won't belong to him anymore. As a whole though, this is a really odd game. It's really hard to have a solid feeling on something when 1 second you're having a blast and then immediately afterwards the menu won't stop scrolling left and all you can do is watch in horror. This game is like, the half of it works perfectly and is really fun, and the other half fell asleep. SpongeBob on PS2 is a stroke. Hang on, what's... Who's that over there? Hey, Caddy, how's it hanging? Oh, of course.
I'm sorry?
It's my favorite part of me, the top of my own head. I won't be long. I just came down to show you something from inside myself that you probably forgot about but really liked. Well, top of my own head, I would really appreciate something that I like. What is it? Oh no, I'm in the way.
Bye. I see Sonic. I'm happy.
Sega Superstars, a game that I played all the time and loved to pieces as a kid, but also the only game that ever pissed me off so much I ripped its film off. Now, the absolute first thing to mention beyond anything else so far about Sega Superstars is that it has a very funny confirmation noise. That, and based on the intro alone, this is the most amount of effort put into any one of these games so far, if for no other reason than it actually gives you another original Choo Choo Rocket, Billy Hatcher, and Nights into Dreams game that you control like there's a pole stuck up in you, just like it's right up in you. But that's not all. Sega Superstars kind of goes out of its way to translate their own series into motion-controlled camera filming a real person minigames, and even if they are just the same ideas all over again, like Samba de Amigo being yet another EyeToy groove, they managed to fill every inch of the screen with way more personality, color, and just general stuff than any of the other games so far. You and your ditchwater living room aren't the focal point anymore, you're just part of the game worlds now. Maybe aside from Virtua Fighter when Akira just bursts into your house to steal your cushions, but don't worry. Shh, I'll take care of you. We can get you some new furnishings at Dunelm. I am legit impressed by the production values here, and all the games work great too. What possessed 10-year-old me to tear this game's skin off? Was it Super Monkey Ball? It was probably Super Monkey Ball. But saying that, it's not even that hard. I managed to get through it all, no problem. I even got a high score, which I've never done on Monkey Ball before. Superstar! Yeah! Give me some skin. Oh. The Space Channel 5 game is great for being a copying memory game and rhythm game at the same time, and for finishing off each round by putting you right bang dot in between her legs. Why did they do this? Why is this even possible? There isn't anything to see anyway because somebody went under her skirt and put polyfiller in it. Then there's Choo Choo Rocket, of course, for multitasking timing-based puzzling, Virtua Striker for being just a really responsive and fun way to head a ball into score balloons, Puyo Pop Fever for being the most accurate object interaction minigame I think I've ever seen from a 240p 2005 2003 webcam. And just, I mean, look at how smooth and quick Knights is to control around. Connect, what is your excuse? More like Kid Not. Sega Superstars is even made well enough where I was comfortably able to get a high score on nearly every minigame, aside from Crazy Taxi.
Yo! Apparently I've got to yell! Move your body to get the taxi! Okay, hello! I need a ride to the train! Look out for what? Time's over.
And so to celebrate, they asked for my picture to go on the front screen of every single minigame. So I gave it to them.
Okay.
A massive congratulations to Ool, Bink, Gust, Ake, Drink, Oimate, Dable, Fair, Womanum, at Tag Damp, and of course, the man who was named in honor of what Billy Hatcher is all about, Fetus.
Wait a minute, this game's 3+, and yet somehow they managed to get zombie violence past the censors. That's hardcore. Sega, you are a company. A publishing company, in fact.
That started all the way back in 1940 when they were known as Standard Games, providing coin-operated games for military bases in Hawaii. After that, in 1952, they moved to Japan, and then a lot of other stuff happened, and then they made Sega Superstars, and on top of all the quirky, unique, cool shit this game does do, it isn't all for the sake of high scores and nothing else. It's so that you can earn rings and then use those rings to buy stuff for your pet chow. Oh my
Yes!
God. Yeah, I know this is a Sonic Adventure thing, it's not mind-blowing or anything, but do you get to tickle your chow yourself? Or pet your chow yourself?
I want
or
it.
go and see a dodgy blind man to spend $10,000 on a tree in the
black market
yourself? No, you don't. But you do here, in this game. And is it all worth it to watch your chow eat shrinking cake and then spend $5 grand on a trumpet that only gives you a percentage of a chance that he'll ever pick it up and toot off? Yes. Yes, it is. I spent over an hour on this game and I genuinely enjoyed nearly every single moment of it. I mean, take a step back and that's a really dumb thing to say. Yeah, man, this game is so fun, you want to play it for at least an hour. But for something as physically demanding as this, yeah, that's an accomplishment.
Oh, they shat on
I know,
me.
I'm grinning. I need to stop.
Wiggling your turkey wings at a load of shapes while Sega characters shout at you. I'm not sure I'd go as far as to say it's your new favorite game of all time. Oh yeah, PSW? That's a hot take. Is that why you went bankrupt?
And just for fun, here's something you can try at home!
Remember that the EyeToy is indeed a USB camera. In fact, the first...
I'm sorry. I'm freaking crying. I was not prepared for that at all. Oh my gosh. I am legit crying. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. 3, 2.
First batches of these were made by Logitech, of all people. So, if you wanted to, with the correct drivers, you can use this on your PC as a webcam with its built-in microphone and everything. Incredible. 20 years old, still able to control video games, and out of the box, ready for your next Zoom meeting.
So with a little redistribution, we will all be more productive. See what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. What do you think, Jim?
Kenneth, you're a slug, and Sharon, get in the bin. What we need to do is liquidate our...
EyeToy Anti-Grav. The only game I can think of where it advertises itself by showing a boy with no head jumping over his TV with his jeans falling down and his boxers hanging out. This game was made by Harmonix, the same people behind the original Guitar Hero and Rock Band. That's odd. But more importantly, what even is this bit here? What is that in your pants, man? Why are you keeping a white rose in your trousers? Well, first things first, this intro goes hard. I am digging this style, and listen to the music for God's sake. And then after a super quick head calibration test, we turn into Fog and then we get to pick our character, who all have great things to say, like,
I get my kicks busting tricks like a lunatic.
And there's even a cameo from Tetsuo the Iron Man. Don't let him touch you though, you'll get rusty. But ultimately I went with this guy, whose name is Compound. Compound the Man. Why is he called Compound? It's like having a baby and naming him Car Park. And as you could probably guess from the cover, EyeToy Anti-Grav is a hoverboard game that requires your whole body to make it work.
Wait, I know what that is like. That is like other video game.
Hello?
Sonic Freeride.
Yeah.
Would you believe it though when I say that EyeToy Anti-Grav, a game that's 6 years older than Sonic Riders, on a console 32 times less powerful than the Xbox 360,
works better,
using a motion capture device half the resolution and lacking the infrared technology of Kinect, works infinitely better than it. Because it does. All of the ducking, all of the jumping, all of the leaning, all of the arm reaching out at multiple levels while standing or bending down, all of the arm movements needed for air tricks, all of the steering and slowing down, all of the flying with your arms held out like a dying Christ. Everything you see here not only works well, but is also reliable. The only thing I couldn't get working was how sensitive the name enter screen was, so I guess CAC will have to do. But bigger picture, look everyone, I managed to win a race. Twice. I even got a high score on the combo trick race, and I couldn't even do one trick in Tony Hawk Ride, which had no camera at all. Caddicarus.
Honestly, this game is good. I'm speechless.
Yeah, he's speechless. So I'm just rocking out to this.
Hello, Caddy. It's Joe. How are you?
Hi, Joe.
I can't believe it. Look, everybody. It's my stepbrother with one leg longer than the other, Jolene. What are you doing here, Joe?
I was playing EyeToy Anti-Grav, but couldn't stop turning left.
Oh, bless. What did you think would happen, idiot?
It's not my fault. I just got here, and I couldn't get out of the door frame, so I decided to try it. It's the first game I've ever played.
Well, I'm really sorry that the first video game you ever played was the only one that required you to stand upright to get working properly. But don't worry, I've got some more. Oh, he's down.
It's okay, I'm used to it.
Well done. Well, in that case, why don't we take a look at the next game, the second in the three...
Can you lift me up, please?
Why don't we take a look at the next game, the second in the three...
Help me, step bro, I'm stuck.
The next game is the second of the 3 Japanese EyeToy exclusives, and it's called... Clamp. I don't know what it is or what it's about, but one thing is for certain, there is EyeToy. That's a good sign. I don't know, what does Google think? Next door requires EyeToy camera. Little does he know, I am really into this. I'm coming over. So here we are, and according to some research, I figured out this is actually called Cardcaptor Sakura, featuring Sakura and Asbo. And usually I'm able to muddle my way through a foreign game to get to the actual game, or at least figure out the concrete base of what's going on, but I actually have no idea this time what is going on. I even managed to get into what I thought was the story mode, and after 4 minutes of waving to skip all of the voiceless dialogue I couldn't read, I got to a new menu, guessed what I was supposed to click on next, and then got slapped back to the main menu, meaning I had to start it all over again. My point is, if I've ever upset you in the past for not liking a thing that you like, here is your evidence why you should never listen to me. So here we go all over again. Another 4 minutes of skipping dialogue.
And dying on the inside.
Hey guys, it's me, it's Caddicarus. And I'm very proud to announce my new gameplay channel, Forehead Gaming.
Yes, finally! I waved on the right thing and now we're getting somewhere. Look, it's a man with an acorn head who's too big to fit in this young girl's room, so he sunk through the floor. And I guess he's now given us a load of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Is this the card capturing the game is named after? I don't care. Each of these cards hosts a mini-game, and that is all that I need to know. And the very first thing that I tried out was a maze game. Great. As it goes with maze games, they are mazes, which means they're very easy to get lost in. And not only do you get lost, but you have to get unlost by holding your arm extended from your body for 4.5 minutes straight while people walking by your house look through your window and start calling the local neighborhood watch. Then there's this game about smacking little pimples with ears, and this is where I discovered the best feature of Cardcaptor Sakura. It's the only EyeToy game out of all 28 that doesn't let you pause or quit, either from covering the lens completely or from a PS2 controller manual override. Once you start a game, you are married to whatever rollerblading gout you've got until you either run out of time or win the game, including this pinball game that just drones on forever until you lose all of your balls, this slot machine game that's just hitting one button and luck for a minute and a half, and especially this card matching game, which in all fairness is alright because you've got to try and match everything up while the cards get mixed up after every turn. But this game lasted me 7 minutes, 7 whole minutes of standing there and waving like a grandma saying goodbye to her grandkids for the last time. Eventually I got fed up and just decided to sit it out and do nothing, waiting for the final season of Breaking Bad to come out. Bad broke. And then the timer eventually did run out, and yet somehow I still won 3-0 after 4 minutes and 50 seconds of not doing anything. Does anybody have a little girl I could strangle? Oh, don't worry, I found one.
That's summer, man. I'd give anything to live it again. Take me back.
All in all, Cardcaptor Sakura on the PS2 EyeToy is the best game for you if you want to see your finger poke the head of your underage waifu.
But whatever you do, don't poke the EyeToy, man.
Oh.
Hey, you know what I want to know? If playing is so great, then where's Play 2? Here it is. Now I know what you're thinking. Cads, matey boy, isn't EyeToy Play 2 just 2 EyeToy Play 1s? No, moron. It's 2 EyeToy Play 2s. I guess the original pack-in tech demo was popular enough where it earned itself a sequel, and in fairness, this was the EyeToy game that 10-year-old Caddy put the most hours into, so let's see if there's anything to be saved from a man that really, really, really wants that baseball. This looks fine, nothing wrong here.
I'm here to help you find your way around the game.
I'm here to tell you to shut up.
Make sure that you can fit inside the player outline.
Like you fit in your own coffin.
EyeToy Play 2 is the same as the first game, but with 10 times the production values, way more minigames, way more multiplayer games, even though I'll die alone, and just a slightly higher degree of polish all across the board. Which also means alongside the minigames, we also have more of these lab experiments that you don't necessarily play, but goddamn, you just have to look at them all anyway.
Okay, that's really cool.
It's the Cadstellation.
10
Featuring
out of 4.
the ceiling, the endless reaches of space. Population 1. Size pretty massive. This is the Jim Nebula, and one of the stones is here. Mound. In the planet Mound, everybody bleeds. But the good thing is, the bleeding is fun. So everyone does it to themselves. And that's why there's no one living here anymore. Another planet you can visit is this one. It's called Marble. In the planet Marble, everyone that's here has a really long-fronted cap on their head. Be careful though. Whenever you move, you bring the icy cold reminder of ice. Then, of course, no one can forget the planet Boil. On the planet Boil, not only does it look like a boil, but you also boil. And then when you are done with your tour around the Jim Nebula, you get a souvenir in the form of one of those Jewish hats. So now you have a keepsake for all time. Thank you for visiting the Jim Nebula.
Thank you.
Bye. Brightly coloured fruit. Okay, so to save ourselves from getting a healthier diet and looking after ourselves, I've decided to do the next best thing and just find whatever we had in the fridge for this video game. So I managed to find a yellow pepper, a tiny carton of apple juice. Where are they gone?
I don't know.
I was gonna...
Is that
I was
cheese?
gonna add my wagon wheel.
Oh,
Well,
never
this
mind.
is great. I have an empty carton of apple juice, and a woman on a pepper. Wow, everybody. I'm invisible.
Oh.
Why does the mirror in the background have skin now? So how do I go high? Oh, so I have to talk to it. Oh, we actually get to play pool. I've just started and I lost. Yeah. What happens if I dab it?
Oh, you get one in.
Yeah, boy. Oh, I like that. Oh. And now we have finished. We have finished our masterpiece. Can anyone see what I was going for?
It's a
yes,
vehicle.
That's right. It's a self-portrait.
So enough of that, let's try the real game.
Oh.
It works. It works.
Look, I know I'm saying this a lot, trust me, I know. But when your most recent experience of this kind of technology is the penguins of Madagascar, you find yourself saying that a lot when it does end up working. I'm more floored by just how accurately it reads your body movements, even to the top of your fingertips, which is so pixelated and indistinguishable on the camera that they might as well be a wet towel. But god damn, look at this little bugger. It's good, it works, and all it took to get here was a little bit of ethnic stereotyping.
Oh boy. How's he gonna sound? Let's find out.
Saying that though, I don't remember the last time I heard a Northern English accent this thick in a video game before. It's great.
Now try to save at least 3 out of 5 shots.
I'm not sure though. That guy looks a little sauce to me. Yeah, sauce. No, not sus, sauce.
Sauce.